If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoetry.com. Welcome to the Blue Poetry Podcast. And today I want to say that I give thanks, I am grateful, I am happy, and I love myself. You feel me? That's an affirmation I like to say on an everyday basis when I wake up. You know, I like to remind myself that I love myself. I like to remind myself that I appreciate things, you know. When I'm feeling a little upset, I like to just appreciate the moment, you feel me, and take advantage of the fact that I love myself, you feel me? Like, we have to acknowledge that, you feel me then? So today's affirmation is not that. I just felt like saying that, but today's affirmation is, I am loyal and devoted to my purpose and plans to pursue my goals. I am honest to and have respect for those who assist me along the road. One more again. I am loyal and devoted to my purpose and plans to pursue my goals. I am honest to and I have respect for those who assist me along the road. Ashe. You know, success is definitely, success, achieving goals, and pursuing plans is definitely something that one person has to have a vision for, but it's like raising a child. Success is like raising a child. What I mean by that is it takes a village to raise a child. It doesn't necessarily take a village to pursue a goal, but in a way it does. In a way, it takes, a backing. It takes people supporting you. It definitely takes some support, people who's gonna be there to hold you down, people who's gonna inspire you, encourage you, people who's gonna invest in you, and that's what I'm realizing personally. Is like, I'm into like I'm into like horoscopes and numerology and Chinese astrology and all of that. And it's 2018, and this is known as the year of the dog. I'm into it. I ain't no like fanatic of it. You feel me? I'm not like, I don't study it crazy. At least not yet. I just started reading every day, daily. Like probably 6, 7, 8 months ago. I don't know. Time flies when you being productive. But I read 19 books so far this year. I'm on my 20th book. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come across some astrology books, some horoscope books, some numerology books. And I'm going to get inside there and get to learning those things. But just from the sky view, I like to look at things like that. I like to think about numbers and horoscopes, zodiac signs and all that. But what I do know is that this year, 2018, is year of the dog. And and I can apply just every common knowledge of the dog and apply that to like how that can be personified by people. How I can personify some dog-like qualities in a good way, some dog-like characteristics in a good way. And dogs are like wolves. I believe so. Wolves are dogs, right? And wolves run in packs. You feel me? So, they could communicate using their pheromones. You feel me? Like, they ain't even gotta necessarily, how. Just by looking at each other, they could give signals. Just by being in the pack, just by being in a pack, and they could work together through pheromones. They, the leader in the front sends a message through pheromones. Pheromones is like, your hair follicles, the energy that's vibrating from your skin. You know how you feel that tickle or that vibration in your skin when you having a conversation with someone and you hear something and then it hits you, and it's like, or that vibration when you feeling someone. That's like, that's the pheromones being, tickled or just the pheromones being, activated in a way. Um, so that's what I take from this year. The dog stuff is like work with people, like work with people, do group activities, do group projects, collaborations, and personally, I was having meetings in the beginning of the year, every week, like twice a week, and these meetings, during this year, the dog time is work together time. Dogs also represent loyalty and protection, friendship. So these are all like relationship type vibes, yeah, the dog. So that's what I take from it. I take that this year is like one of those years where working together is personified. Like it's pushing me to work with other people in ways, Because me personally, I know that I haven't always been a team player, I haven't always been easy to work with, you feel me? I mean, that's just from my perspective. I could be a little controlling sometimes. I could be a little like, pushy, like I want things to be done my way. So this year has taught me to let go a lot, I'm learning to just say you right to people, like literally. Like I ain't even about the debate and the arguing. I'm a Capricorn. I could debate with you. I could argue with you. I could try to be right. But I'm learning to just let it be like you right, and would give you some pointers on how you are actually right, and starting to see things from other people's perspectives. So that's what kind of like this affirmation is getting at, like learn how to see things from other people's perspectives. It might not seem like that on the surface, but that's what respect is. That's what respect is. Like respect is just accepting the other person for who they are, like respect. Learning to see things from their perspective, just understanding who they are as a person and not necessarily trying to change them or alter the way they see things, alter the way they do things in the name of teaching them. You feel me? In the name of looking out for them, in the name of trying to help them out. A lot of times we want to teach, help people out, and look out for them, but we're not considering what they're made of already, how they function already, their perspective of things already. We're not considering their mindset. And I'm learning that, I'm learning that a lot. It's like consider people's mindset before thinking that I could help them, guide them, teach them, show them something, inspire them, Instead, consider their mindset, and that takes the total opposite approach, which means allow them to teach you, allow them to teach me, like just reflect, allow them to reflect through me, at the same time allowing me to reflect through them, so, like I definitely think working in groups, working with partners, shout out to Kevin, my frat bro, / manager. Shout out to Malcolm, my cousin, who hold it down, hard body. Shout out to, Ann Christine, my lady. She definitely pushes me, just by supporting me with certain endeavors, like when it comes to financial things, when it comes to just learning about different things that we want to learn about. I feel like most people, when we young, we talk like, oh, if I get this amount of money, I'm going to invest. Or I'm going to own some houses. I'm going to do real estate and all this stuff, but we never get to do it. So shout out to Ann for, if I wanted to be like, let's hit a stock market class, we in there. She hold it down. Shout out to Miss Sharon Kennedy at Word Up Cafe, who definitely is providing a platform for me and plenty of artists in New York City who wanna express themselves, like definitely I appreciate working at the cafe. Shout out to Curtis Harris, you know, CEO of Greener Pause Cafe. He definitely, taught me a lot. And it's like a role model, a father figure. Shout out to Kamani, shout out to Mr. G, Mr. Gansrow. Shout out to my mama. These are people who's like, no matter what, gonna always support me, for the most part, I mean, at least that's how it feels to me. And like these relationships, when I'm able to respect it, it allows me to grow more, And that's what I want this affirmation to personify. It's like I want to be. I don't have to be, but I want to be loyal. I want to be loyal and devoted to my purpose and my plans to pursue my goals. And that I feel like personally, like being devoted to my plans, my goals, my future, really it's highly affected by the relationships that I have in my life. Maybe not everybody, but I know for me, like, I want to have good relationships with people, and the more good relationships I have with people, just personally, like, like if you can personally say you know me and you know Quindell, and our relationship is like this, then that means a lot to me, So it means a lot, shout out to Ashani, like another one of my frat brothers who definitely support me, And I was just on the phone with him yesterday, and he was like, yo, bro, like, I just want to say thank you, because he's doing a lot of big things now. He was like, yo, it was you who planted the seed in my mind and, got me ready to do different things, just try to do different things. And I feel like, yo, it was really you held me down. And obviously, I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know what he was talking about, what moment. I don't know if we had a conversation, but I remember, like, I'm always me, so I don't know exactly what he was talking about, like, I know we used to chill years ago, smoke weed and talk about ideas, and I always had these same ideas, but I never meant to say one conversation that was just gonna change somebody's life. I'm always trying to inspire the people in my life every day. Like, if they got an idea, I'm on it. Like, yo, you can do this, you can do this. Like, yeah, you want to do that, do it. And give them like my whatever ideas come to my mind. But I don't know what conversation or what exact thing is he talking about. But I'm just proud, that stuff like that can happen. There's also certain people who say stuff like that to me here and there, and it's like, yo, like, you don't remember that time you told me this? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something I would say. He was like, yo, that really just changed my whole perspective, and it's like, I'm growing. I feel like I've let loose since then, and I'm just like, okay, great. Like, it's all you. And what I told Ashani was that it was you. I didn't plant no seed in you. You had the seed in you. I might have just poured some water on it. I might have just shed some sunlight on it, but I ain't plant your seed. Like, that's your seed. Don't give me credit for you and your growth. But the whole point is sometimes we need to reflect through others. Like, sometimes we need encouragement. Sometimes we need another person to kind of reaffirm for us what we already want. Sometimes, like, that is natural. We're human. We need each other. Like, we definitely do. So our purpose, our goals, sometimes is highly affected by the relationships we have in our lives, highly affected by the people we know. And sometimes we just want the people that's in our lives to kind of push us. Sometimes we want the people in our lives to kind of check up on us to see if we're following our dreams. Sometimes we want the people in our lives to like just ask us about it. Like, yo, how is that A, B, and C going that you're working on? Sometimes we want people to just care, not as much, like, not necessarily as much as us, but we want it to feel like they really want us to do what we want to do. And you don't need that, though. Like, we don't need it, Like, so many people who succeed and no one in their lives support it. And they got to go out and literally do things on their own. And people think they bugging for the ideas that they have and stuff like that. But either way, that's a relationship. Either way, if you have a relationship with, your cousin, and your cousin doesn't necessarily like what you're doing, and your mom don't like what you're doing, and she thinks you crazy, your pops think you crazy, your uncle's like, bro, I tried that, don't do it, and you do it. Either way, that is the same thing as a relationship in your life pushing you and go harder. Sometimes you might need negative relationships to push you and be like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I have this vision. Go ahead. And sometimes you need a positive relationship, some encouragement. Like, yeah, go ahead. Like, that's good. I like the idea of it. Either way, it's about the relationships you have in your life. You feel me? And when you are honest, you know, like the second part of the affirmations, I am honest to and I have respect for those who assist me along the road. Sometimes it just takes me honest, you know, and just like doing, like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, you know, like, this is the idea I have, I'm gonna do it, you know. I remember I was listening to a story about Dean Graziosi, and he was like, he wanted to start like this tow truck business, and his pops thought it was too expensive, and he did it behind his pops back anyway, and he ended up making money, you know, from it. And his pops was then like, oh, like, you know, cool with it after that. Like, his pops was like, oh, word, like, you, okay, great, I see you making money. And sometimes it's that route. Sometimes it's, you're gonna have the people in your life that know it's too expensive, don't do it, or no warning you to do something different because that's not the best thing for you to do, and you have to go against the grain. And other times there's gonna be people that's pushing you, you know? And I would like to say, like, take both of those and go. Like, you know, whatever it is. If you got a vision and people don't agree with it, go with your vision. If you got a vision and people agree with it, go with your vision. But the whole point of it is, you know, we just gotta have respect still. You don't gotta disrespect. You know, it's not like Dean Graziosi cursed his father and said, F you, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to communicate with you anymore if you're not gonna support my dreams. Bye. Like, no, he just did it, but still have respect for his father, you know, and stuff like that. And there's cases where you might, you know, somebody might not want to be friends with you no more because you're pursuing something, and that's okay too. Sometimes you gotta let go of certain people, you know, and build new relationships. So, like, I feel like relationships personally is very important to success, you know. I know, like, when it comes to, like, me, I like to sing, rap, do poetry, stuff like that. And I have a thing with, like, doing whatever. Like, I write all different types of music. I have a thing with doing whatever song I want to do wherever I'm at. Like, and what I'm learning now is, like, certain crowds. I'm learning how to know what crowd wants to hear what type of song. You know, me, I feel like, you know, my music, you know, like, I could do whatever song I want to do anywhere. But everyone isn't on that. Everyone doesn't have that same mindset. Everyone, you know, certain people might think, like, that song is not appropriate or proper for this type of environment. So I'm learning how to gauge, like, well, maybe this song won't be right for this environment. Maybe this song will be right, you know? So, you know, like, that is a part of respect, you know? Because if I do 10 shows, you know, I've had two shows this year where, like, people cut off the mic, you know, when I'm performing because they didn't like the song. I remember a few years ago, I was doing a poem at a barbecue, at a block party. Thank you. I was doing a poem at a block party, and the people cut off the mic because they wasn't feeling it for the environment. It was a poem called "There's No Solution," and I don't know, like, people wasn't feeling the vibe, and they cut off the mic, and I was pretty tight, like, you know. I think I actually cried that day because of that. I don't know. I don't like to be stopped when I'm performing. That's like, it makes me very emotional. It's like, no, like, you're not gonna do that. You know, like, to just stop me and then kick me off the stage. Nope, not gonna do that. But it happened, so it's like, it's whatever. But the whole point is like, learn how to respect people's, you know, environment. Learn how to, it's not my show. Learn how to respect people's space. Like, this is a show and they want to hear a certain type. You know, maybe, you know, like, ask. You know, ask. what type of song should I sing here tonight? Should I do this type of song? Should I do this type of song? You know, because I got a lot of stuff. You know, like in a moment, I might feel like doing something because I feel like doing it. So, you know, like that's a part of respect, and because it's a relationship, I'm building a relationship with the person who's promoting the show and throwing the show. And if I want to, you know, be recommended for more shows maybe later, then I should make sure that I keep a good rapport with the person who's throwing the show. So success has a lot to do with relationships, the relationships you build in your life, and that's what I'm feeling like. And you know, initiating the year, the dog is about loyalty. It's about, you know, working together, wolf packs. You know, it's about being a good friend to the people in your life. You know, it's about, you know, communication. So you gotta have respect, and you gotta be loyal to your vision. You know, you gotta be loyal to your goal. You know, that's what I'm realizing. It's like there's people who I feel like because I was always me to them, you know, whether it's a good me or a bad me, it's just me, that they'll always be an associate, you know? And that's what I think, like, is the best thing, you know, like, just becoming friends and peers and business partners with people that you can always be you with, you know? And people that put you in a position to always be you, people that put you in the right spaces, and people who you can put in the right spaces and the positions to be them, and we can be each other through each other. And what I mean by be you is a lot of times we're outside of our elements, and we get people in our lives who push us and encourage us to do things that we don't need to do, that we should not want to do, and this can take us in another route, you know. Maybe it could take us off our path. Maybe it could distract us. You know, maybe it can make us less loyal to our vision and goals, and maybe it can make us procrastinate. So sometimes we build relationships with people who aren't necessarily good for us. So that's also a part of this affirmation, like, have respect for yourself. You know, and as much as it's about have respect for the people in your life, people that supporting, you know, the people that support me and holding me down, have respect for myself and don't allow anyone or anything to deter me from having respect for myself, from going at my dreams, from achieving my goals, from learning more, from learning new things every day, from, you know, I want to continue to grow, and I don't want to surround myself with people that's stunting their growth because they're going to teach me how to stunt mine. Okay, nobody stunt my growth. I can only stunt my own growth, but if I'm surrounding myself with people that's stunting their growth, it rubs off. You can never underestimate the power of influence. You know, so if I'm not on my ground, if I'm not going hard with making sure I'm staying on my A game, then it'll be easy for me to slip up. You feel me? So that's what this affirmation is about. One more again. It goes. Hold on 1 second. Because it's very important that we even recite affirmations. I recite affirmations because we gotta, like, kind of speak things into existence. We kind of gotta psych ourselves up sometimes. Kind of, hold on. We kind of gotta psych ourselves up and make sure that we are affirming what we want. If I want to be successful, I kind of gotta speak it, you know, exemplify it in every way I possibly can. Speaking it, doing it, learning it, making sure I'm on it every day, like becoming, not necessarily obsessed with it, but becoming, you know, like becoming it, you know, like becoming it. And that's a part of success. It's like a thing, not a thing you do, it's like you are success, you know, like you have to, you know, that's what I'm feeling. It's like you are success. Just doing what you say you're gonna do is success. So like that is success. You know, the man who's doing what he says he's gonna do, like he is success. You know. So One more time, this affirmation is, here it goes. I am loyal and devoted to my purpose and plans to pursue my goals. I am honest too, and I have respect for those who assist me along the road. Even myself, you know. I want to be loyal and devoted to my purpose and my plans, and I want to be honest, and I want to have respect. I want to, be open to whatever I need to be open to in order to succeed. With that being said, thank you for listening to the Blue Poetry Podcast. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoetry.com. Let's go. Succeed, y'all. Succeed. Subscribe. Let me know how you feel. Succeed, y'all. Succeed. Subscribe. Let me know how you feel. Thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever you got to do. Rate. You feel me? Let me know what plans you got. You feel me? I appreciate y'all.